in and try this primer, and we're gonna do what it says. It says to apply it to your skin and wait 30 seconds, then go in with your like routine and makeup and stuff. So this is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer, like I said in the beginning, and we're gonna go ahead and test this. We're gonna test this, how it wears, how it holds up. I'm gonna do 2 pumps like that, and I'm gonna rub it, and then I'm gonna press it. It is sticky. I'm gonna press it into the area and then rub it in. So it's been 30 seconds, and honestly this primer feels really refreshing on the skin, and it smells good. It's like a faint watermelon smell. So yeah, it feels really good on the skin. I'm just going to, it is tacky, and I didn't put a whole bunch, but I can feel that it's tacky. A pet peeve of mine is when I see some of these influencers like sticking a whole bottle, like literally sticking the primer onto their skin, and they're like, oh my god, it sticks. But it's like, girl, be for real. Why would you, we're testing the actual product. Like, why would you think that just because the bottle sticks to your face that automatically the primer is amazing? Let's see what the primer does with foundation. How about that? Can we try that maybe? I don't know, just a thought. We're gonna take my damp sponge, and we're going to apply that to the skin. Okay, so this is the foundation on my skin, right? It looked crazy. It is kind of orangey, but it's gonna come together. I'm gonna do the rest of my face, contour, highlight, all of that stuff. I always say that in my videos, that sometimes my foundations, they could either be a little bit too dark or a little bit too light. It's just a tad. It's always kind of like the undertones for me, for the most part, that are most important, because people need to understand that when you're putting on a foundation, even if the foundation is not the exact match, right? Let's say it's a little bit lighter. I promise you it's going to be okay, because I'm not just putting on the foundation and going. I am contouring. I am concealing and highlighting. I am bronzing. I am blushing. I am doing more things on top of the foundation that's going to make everything mesh together. And complexion is complex. So I think people need to understand that more. Instead of just saying, oh, this is too dark, this is too light, when you see something dabbed into the skin and then spread out and you're like, oh, okay, that's not gonna match. But like, trust the process though. Like, can we just trust the process? I promise it's gonna come together, because it does, right? If something was actually too light, the undertone would be gray. I'd have a white cast. I'd have all those things happening. That's not the case. So I just want to let you guys know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna speed this up. I'm gonna vibe out to some music, and you guys are going to hear either a voiceover. Yeah, you're gonna hear a voiceover. You're not gonna hear music. And I'm just gonna explain some of the steps that I'm doing, and then we're gonna come back with my final verdict. But this is what my face is looking like so far. I did choose a matte foundation to put on top of this dewy primer because I do have oily combo skin. And so far, I mean, my face looks good. Like, the foundation laid on really nicely. It doesn't look like it's sitting on top of my face, not that it does ever, like when I wear my other primers. So far so good. Oh, you guys, my allergies are kicking my butt. Okay, so I'm going in and I'm cream contouring using the NARS Laguna bronzing in shade 5. Then I'm going to conceal once I do all the areas that I contour. And I'm using the Fenty concealer first, and then I also add the e.l.f. Camo concealer just under my eyes, because I don't want the center of my face to be super light, but I do want that bright under eye. So I'm using Fenty's 360 and e.l.f.'s Tan Sand concealers. Then I'm going to set it. I'm actually using ABH's Deep Peach setting powder. I realized the last time I did my makeup, my setting powder was just a little bit too light for me because of my tan, so I switched to Deep Peach and it's perfect. Now I set my face with some foundation powder. Now I'm bronzing, blushing, and highlighting. So this is my blush that I'm wearing from Sephora. This is Tiger Lily, such a beautiful terracotta orange blush duo. And then
This highlighter, I think it's discontinued, but it's from LA Girl. Um, and then I'm just gonna mist my face now that it's done with my Max Fix Plus and dry it down. Now moving on to the eyes, I am using the Beauty Base Fiery 2.0 palette. I love this palette. It's so fall appropriate. It's like such a beautiful palette with oranges and browns. So I just laid down that orangey brown, like a brick kind of brown into my crease. And now on the outskirts, I'm laying down that orange like to create this gradient effect. My theme is like pumpkin spice latte. Latte makeup has been trending, so I wanted to do pumpkin spice latte because of fall. So that's what I'm doing. I just deepened up my crease and now I'm adding back that orange on my the middle of my lid, and then I add a light peachy nude on the inner corner, and then I go in and blend out that crease again. I applied my crease color to my lower lash line, and now I'm doing my liner. I'm actually not doing a traditional black liner. I'm going to go in with my P. Louise base paint and then set it with the brown eyeshadow.
Okay, so it's 3:42, and I know I started my makeup around like 1. I'm gonna say 1:30. I started my makeup, and now it's done. So I've had the primer on for already 2 hours, and I'm gonna wear my makeup for a solid like full day, so like 8 hours. I'm gonna take my makeup off around like 9:10 tonight, and I'm gonna come back with the verdict. So far, this is my face. Like, my face is matte. Like, it's not like drying matte. It feels really good. Which that foundation is pretty matte. So far so good with how my skin looks. I'm just gonna do a close-up while I talk. I just think that the foundation and the primer itself, like I said, it felt really refreshing on the skin. I used a matte foundation on purpose with this primer because I wanted to see like what it would do, because it's a dew primer. I will try this primer another time again. I'm going to be using it with dewy foundation as well, just to see if using those create like an extra dewy type of look, because I am not into the dewiness. Like, I am, but I'm not. Like, I don't want to be dewy and my skin looks like it's falling off my face or it's like super greasy. But I do like the suppleness and like how the youthfulness of a dewy look looks, if that makes sense. But I always usually opt for satin or matte finishes, so we'll see how this primer holds up with everything. This is the setting spray that I used today. This is the Revolution. This is almost done. This took me like 3 years to finish it, guys. This is the Body Fix Fixing Spray. This has hyaluronic acid and strawberry seed oil. I've been using this off and on for, like I said, the last 3 years, and it's like a little bit left. I probably have like 2 or 3 more faces I could do with that, which I'm happy. I'm trying to like finish up certain things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This video is not done. Okay, let me talk about what I did on my lips. I did, because I didn't show that, I just showed my eyes. I did these 2 lip liners from Morphe. Honestly, most of the time my lip liners are from Morphe. So I used Bite Me and Richie today. Richie, you guys can see I love Richie. Like, Richie's always that girl. For my lipstick, I'm using Nubian Sand by Juvia's Place. This is beautiful nude, because I know somebody's gonna ask. And then for my lip gloss, I use Artist Couture. I love Artist Couture lip glosses. Uncensored 2.0 is my favorite. This is a good one too. This is X-rated. So I'm wearing that. And then I have on this like beauty supply store, Broadway honey lip gloss to make it extra shiny and juicy. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and chill for the day. I might go out. I want a sandwich. So I might go outside and get myself a little sandwich and just go outside, go into the elements. I think it's raining right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll be back. So here we are, 7.5, almost 8 hours later. And this is what my skin looks like. When I tell you my skin isn't even as like oily as it normally is, I'm kind of shook, actually. I went outside today. I was inside for a bit, then I went outside. I was in the elements. I sweated a little bit. my skin, like, I don't know if you guys can see, but my skin isn't really like that oily. Like, dare I say it, my skin is a little bit less oily than when I wear my Fenty primer. The hydrating one, not the matte one, because the matte one is next level, like the soft matte one. But this is really good. Like, normally I have more oil here. It is a little bit more glowy than when I initially, you know, put on the primer and I finished my face. But this is really good. Elf, you did your big one with this one. You did your big one with this one. I like this. I like this a lot. This is a yes for me. This is a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. This is up there with my Fenty primers. I love Fenty. I love both of my Fenty primers, right? Yeah, this is, wow. Okay, I have to test this again. The way that I'm really gonna see if I really like this primer is if I wear it with a dewy foundation as well, and I see what happens. Because even when I wear my Fenty primers, both the hydrating and the soft matte, my skin still holds up really nice when I wear a foundation that's more so dewy, like hydrating. So once I figure out that for this, and we'll see how that goes, then I'll really give the rating. But for now, with a matte foundation, this is a 10 out of 10. And my skin feels nice. Like, I'm very impressed. I like this. I like this a lot. So that's my verdict. I would recommend you guys try this. I always say that. Whether I like something or not, I always say make your own decisions for yourself. Everyone has different types of skin, and you can't just always go off of somebody's review just because they're like your favorite influencer or something. Like, their skin might not be like your skin. You know what I mean? Something that they love, you could hate. Something that they love, you could love. Something that they hate, you could love. And you know what I mean? Like, so always try your best, watch a bunch of different reviews, and then give it a try. This right now is, it's not in stock because they brought it back and then it sold out. So I got my hands on it, but then they said they're going to bring it back again. So if you can get your hands on this, if and when they bring this back and it's still like not permanent, then I would say get your hands on this. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in another one.